Hi, my name is Harper. I am a current volunteer through the Young Adults in Global Mission program in Jerusalem and the West Bank. I'm here right now at one of my volunteer placement sites at the Environmental Education Center in Beit Jala, Palestine, to talk a little bit about some of the work that the EEC does to help care for creation here in the Holy Land. So one of the main things that the center does is to go around to some of the schools throughout the West Bank to educate young people about their responsibility to their environment, such as water management and trying to produce less waste, as well as implementing activities throughout the year such as olive harvesting or tree planting with local farmers as a part of a community building sort of event. And there are several of those throughout the year. So they sort of mix together community building and education about the environment. Another thing that the EEC often does is hold workshops for women's groups and for teachers to educate them about similar subjects and to foster a sense of responsibility for the earth here, as well as a sense of national identity for Palestinians. The EEC also holds tours for groups of foreigners, groups who are coming in from outside of the country, to talk to them about some of the environmental issues in Palestine, especially related to the occupation itself, the Israeli occupation of Palestine. So for instance, they will talk about how the apartheid wall that runs through the country is a physical barrier for large mammals to migrate and is negatively impacting the migration patterns and the mating behaviors and that sort of thing of the large mammals that live in this region, as well as educating about invasive species that live here, such as there are certain varieties of trees that when they're planted, other native plants can no longer grow in those areas. And so they educate people about why that is and the ways that that has been used by the Israeli occupation to limit the freedom of Palestinians to live in their land. Additionally, the EEC is home to the first bird ringing and monitoring station in the Arab world to be run by Arabs. The work that is done there is very important to the monitoring and data collection of birds throughout the Mediterranean region. So they will catch birds in nets in the morning, and throughout the morning we'll tag them with a little ring with an identification number, and they'll record data about the bird, such as their weight, the direction they're flying, the age of the bird, and then they will set them out to fly wherever they're going to fly. And in this way, they're able to collect data about bird migration patterns and how those may be changing due to climate change. The EEC has also played an important role in restructuring water treatment systems in many parts of the West Bank. And so what they'll do is they'll implement a system of recycling gray water in which the sinks that people use to wash their hands in bathrooms, the water from those sinks will be taken and sent through the toilets. So the water is used twice, and then the water from the toilets is treated and then used to irrigate some parts of the gardens here, or gardens in other places where the system has been adopted. The most important aspect of the work that is done here is the community building and the sense of identity that is fostered through this building of community, and this responsibility to care for creation that goes hand in hand with that sense of community.